Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. Today, we need to find more inconsistencies. And I don't know how. So, yeah, last time we pointed out the lantern, but they were like, oh, the wind guards were removed because reasons. And now I need to find something else that's different with this. Oh, actually, that was easy. It's broken, and the other one isn't. Pause that. Yeah, no, it's not. Oh, cool, that was easy. Well, okay, let's present it first.
Objection!
Music stopped. All right, we're good. What could this possibly mean? The landing clearly contradicts the insight, but this contradiction will overturn the entire case I've been building. Are you all right, Mr. Wright? 1 minute you shout out, and the next you fall silent.
Perhaps this is like the bellow of one who is barreling downhill with no way of stopping.
I think they just pass out or die there, but all right.
Is that not right, Prosecutor Shimudi?
It's Shamadi, but yes. Don't get cold feet now, Phoenix. Even if this overturns the entire case you built so far, the only way is to keep moving forward, because that's where we'll find the truth. Sorry, but I'm not barreling down a hill. I'm barreling up a hill. In fact, I'm in full control of everything with this indisputable contradiction I found.
Is that so?
The lantern behind the accused clearly, no, blatantly contradicts your insight.
Does it now?
One of the lanterns on the entrance side of the inner sanctum was broken. And if you watch about what Abbot Emmy saw in his final moments, broken! You'll notice that the lantern behind the praying form of Ms. Fey is broken. Ms. May? I don't know. Wind! The lantern behind Lady Kira, however, is still intact. In short, we are seeing two different lanterns in this seance vision.
How could it be? And even if it were so, how would that contradict my insights?
Let me start by saying the claim I'm about to raise will overturn the case I've built thus far. Will the defense please explain himself? Based on the broken lantern, we can tell Maya and Abbott and me positions. The lantern positions. Still only have 2 health left, so I'm being a little bit cautious. I don't want to die / get arrested. A guilty verdict? The correct positions of the lanterns.
But did you not just explain that yourself?
Oh, did I? And the defense will own up to his mistake. No, I won't! Fuck you! Rewinding time! The positions of Abbott and me and Maya! Where the accused and the victims are standing. But did you not just finish asserting that the accused was standing somewhere else? I did, and it built my argument on that faulty premise. But thankfully, it has led us here. To the actual spot where Maya Fey was standing. I must say, if the defense keeps changing the assertion in such a capricious manner, its credibility may come into question. My credibility is already in question in this country. I'm willing to take that risk, Your Majesty, because I believe this will be the last time this episode tries. I'd like to start by pointing out the actual spot where the accused was standing. Very well. Show us where you now believe the accused was actually standing. It would be on the broken lantern side. Here.
Take that!
I wasn't thinking straight before, but now it's all falling into place. We know the victim has stepped into the spring. That means Maya Fey had been standing in the water as he approached. However, his memory, which was only now become clear, reveals that Ms. Fey was standing beside the broken lantern. In other words, she was standing where she was supposed to be according to custom.
Doesn't that not bring us back to the very beginning?
No, this is where things take a different turn, and I mean that literally. The victim had to have been moving towards the spring. That means that while he was moving, he had his back turned towards the accused.
What's this? You mean to say the victim turned around during the rite? But such an image appears nowhere in the seance vision.
Actually, it does appear. It's just that no one noticed it until now. No one noticed this. How could no one have noticed something so big? There was a moment when the scripture the victim was holding was all we could see. But thanks to that, none of us could tell that he was in fact turning around in that moment.
Objection.
If it is as the defense asserts, then her benevolence insights no longer make sense. How do you intend to explain that?
Objection.
I don't need to explain anything because it's just as you said, Prosecutor Shimati. Her benevolence insights don't make any sense because they contain a huge error.
Such insolence!
A huge error, you say? Do explain. The huge error is the order of the rites, the crime scene, the number of people there. I'm gonna assume it's the number of people there. I should have saved. This is what happens at the scene of the crime. The victim was reading the suture when suddenly he sensed someone behind him. He immediately looked back to see someone dressed as Lady Kira standing there. Wishing to see who it was, he approached the robed figure with his hands in the air like he just don't care, and then got brutally stabbed. That's when he was stabbed.
Cannot be!
Oh, but it can, and it is. The insight stating the accused victim oh my god. The insight stating the accused stabbed the victim is wrong! And that is the real truth lying behind the testimony of the dead.
Haunt! Yes!
Are you suggesting that there was someone else at the scene of the crime?
Have I misunderstood the voice of Matama yet again? This cannot be.
She $1 million babied herself. Whew, that was a close one. But I managed to divine the true meaning behind the seance vision somehow. I should be the fucking high benevolence priestess lady. I should add these new facts to the court records. Your benevolence, please allow me to take it from here. I will overturn this brass accusation of this faithless, putrid-minded lawyer.
Yes, I still place my trust in you. You fucking suck, Barbed!
You have made her benevolence cry. 5,000 years. Are you sure about this, Prosecutor Shimati? My work as the international prosecutor has taken me to courtrooms around the world. In that time, I have learned to perform last rites for souls in trials lacking a seance. Yes, of course. Forgive my ludicrous inquiry. Moreover, I have with me a forensic investigator from overseas. I will show you all the most magnificent last rites ever seen. I guess he really does think highly of Emma and her forensic expertise. Me too! I'm impressed that he's come to understand their value. Then again, he is an international prosecutor who's solved tough cases around the world. Time to hunker down. We going camping? Now then, let us continue today's proceedings. Will the defense please tell us who the third party dressed as Lady Kira was? Your new claim has negated the insights of the royal priestess. So I trust you have some evidence to support it, yes? Yeah, of course I do. I don't have any evidence. This is the third party that must really wanted to kill the high priest. I might be able to identify who it was if I had evidence of their murderous intent. Well, we're waiting, Mr. Wright. The evidence that reveals the identity of the perv party is... I'm loving it. This?
Take that!
3 days before the purification rite, the victim received a warning letter from an unidentified individual. He did? Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the high priest. The letter said, "Do not perform the rite." But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe this is why the high priest was murdered. Who do you suppose sent that letter? A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself. Peace. Well, peace be with you. I don't understand. I've heard that Lady Kira has been in the news of late, only hunted rebels. If so, why would she have killed the high priest? Excellent question. I don't know. Maybe it would help to think of it this way. The high priest was a rebel! Oh god, we're actually doing it? I mean, we should probably not be doing that. This sounds like Castlevania music. What if the high priest had secretly been a rebel? The high priest? He could not possibly been a rebel. The high priest, a devout follower of Chronism, a rebel? Do you even comprehend the blasphemy of which you speak? Well, do you? I too found it hard to believe at first. And with no evidence to back that up, I might not be able to convince you. But as I continue my investigation, it started to become more and more plausible. It did?
Objection!
The third party was the rebel hunting Lady Kira, and the high priest was a rebel. A mockery of Chronism. No. Of the kingdom of Kharain itself knows no bounds. This is true. Whoops. A shameless Pocahontas lawyer. He's making a mockery of our religion. But we do that enough as is. As a faithful Chronos, I take issue with these claims. And I am loath to admit that in today's proceedings. I don't like where this is going. The defense claims about vile blasphemy tantamount to spitting on the Holy Mother. Oh, she here? You wanna hawk one up? Is it really that big of a deal, Maya? I told you not to fucking do it! I've been enemy with a distinguished monk, and yes, very well respected too, so yeah. Please don't let this turn into an international incident. Oh man, dude, you are already on Reddit. But fear not, good people of Kharain. The rantings of a putrid-brained lawyer who seeks to sully the soul of the deceased shall come to no avail once I conclude these last rites. This prosecution's assertion that the accused killed the victim remains unchanged. But the victim was stabbed in the abdomen. How is that possible when he had his back turned towards Ms. Faye? Someone else must have killed him!
Objection!
Now, are you sure about that? Yeah? You may have invalidated the seance, but do not let it go to your putrid head. The karmatic flow of this trial is as yet still in my hands. How can you be so confident? Hee. Something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy. I shall prove that by calling a new witness to the stand. An eyewitness who will deliver a definitive answer that will dispel the defense's doubts. An eyewitness? Doesn't that literally make it a extra party on the scene? Very well, let's call this witness to the stand. Nice boots. I had boots like that once. They were my clubbing boots. Oh, it's him. It's cousin. Well now, yes, to be the shaggiest witness I've ever laid eyes upon. Please state your name and occupation. Yeah, I already forgotten how I voiced you. Oh, yes, I know, that so-and-so, whatchamacallit? Goggles man! Quack, quack? Oh, Jesus Christ. Anonymous TBD? Is that what that is?
At least that's what they've been calling me.
TBD, as in to be determined. Can't you just tell us your real name?
The witness has suffered a blow to the head, rendering him amnesiac. Therefore,
he's a very valuable eyewitness.
I named him an anonymous TBD in my report, but he thinks TBD is part of his name.
Objection!
You're letting an amnesiac testify? That's as dumb as letting, like, an orca testify.
Have no fear, I've already questioned him at length. While it is true that he has utterly forgotten his name and past, his memory of what he witnessed is still very much intact.
Considering the dearth of information, any new knowledge may be of help. Therefore, I will permit his testimony, because this is a kangaroo court. Now, Mr. Animus, please tell us what you saw. I know it's a G. Witness testimony. The night of the murder.
The night I was up at the top of Mount Pawnee Pawnee, the mountain next to the Inner Sanctum. I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. I know it's not no-no, but since there was no one around, I used my binoculars to spy on the right of the Sanctum. I kind of like to watch. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger.
There's no way you saw Miss Face stab a victim with a dagger.
I swear I don't know what he's talking about, or I don't remember it anyway.
Mount Pawnee Pawnee, the beautiful mountain that is also known as the Little Sanctum. They must be talking about the smaller mountain from the poster. How would you even see that with binoculars? Mr. Anonymous. God damn it. Amiss. There we go. I was wondering.
What can I do for you?
The inner sanctum lies at a high elevation where clouds and fog can obscure the view. Are you sure you were able to see what happened from the mountaintop next to it? Good point! Thank you, Judge! His Majesty raises an excellent question. Well, Mr. Ennis?
On the day of the riot, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. I had a perfect view. If you don't believe me, check the weather forecast in the paper that day.
Nick! Don't we have a newspaper that day?
Yeah, let's take a look. The weather around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. The warm temperature. Yep, okay. Be warned!
See? Told you so! You got a wide mouth.
Well, it appears the witness has offered testimony with hearing.
Mr. Nimitz, I too have a question for you.
Didn't he already question the witness?
Well, that's what I'm here for, right? Shoot!
How was the accused holding the dagger? Was she holding it underhanded, its blade protruding from the bottom of her hand?
Yep, I believe she was. It's called a reverse grip.
Ah, I thought as much.
Hold it!
Hold it right there. What bearing does that have on this case?
Cease your interruptions, you putrid-headed lawyer. Do you not see the significance of how a blade is held?
Why don't you enlighten me, oh enlightened one?
Ah, I knew you were a fool. I can already picture you in your next life.
Next life.
Yes, after your soul writhes for centuries in the pit of hell. You shall be reborn as a witness sea urchin, with barbs limited to your posterior. You shall live a short, inconsequential life, only to be brutally devoured by a sea otter.
That's a bit excessive. Somebody asked what a dagger grip had to do with this case? Fucking Looney Tune?
Now pay attention. How the accused held the dagger is of vital importance. With such information, we can infer exactly what actions she took. You were saying that the victim was killed while he had his back turned to the accused. Is that correct?
Yeah?
As such, the accused dagger grip tells us something very important. The accused approached the victim from behind, swung her arms around, and hugged him and plunged the dagger deep into his abdomen using a reverse grip.
But doesn't that also contradict the insight? I guess we already invalidated it, but still.
Thus, Mr. Anonymous testimony clears up any doubts that might remain.
And it concedes with her benevolence insights as well. No, it doesn't. Where's the person dressed up as Lady Kira? This is a disaster. I thought we'd blown the insights out of the water, but now they're back to haunt me. Now then, the defense may cross-examine the witness.
Okie dokie, Anichuhi.
How many you got? You got 5. Oh my god. Are you sure you're not mistaken, Mr. Animus? Was it really Mount Panipani that you climbed?
No, I'm sure of it. It was a really Bonnie Pony-ish mountain.
What does that even mean?
You know, now that I think about it, it was a mighty fine view. Who has 2 thumbs and is testifying in court? This guy!
If you hate crowds, why bother climbing to the top? Couldn't you have just easily prayed at the bottom of Mount Panipani?
Wrong, bucko! This is a once-a-year epic event. I wanted to pray as close as to the actual thing.
You're so gung-ho about it. Why didn't you just go pray at the Plaza of Devotion?
Like I said, I hate crowds. I wanted to pray in peace.
Oh, Holy Mother, why do I only get the annoying ones? It's a good question, really.
In my better faith, the men that I climb up the mountain closest to the inner sanctum. Also,
I know it's a no-no.
Hold it!
I still don't understand how you saw it. There's a fucking drape going around. And since nobody was around, there's nobody who can corroborate your actions either.
Hee-ho! I'm apparently, a Jack Frost. You're exactly right.
In that case, Mr. Amos, let me ask you this. Was there any reason you didn't want to be seen?
About that. If you get caught climbing the surrounding mountains on the day of the riot, you can get in big trouble. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, it's totally embarrassing getting yelled at when you're grown up.
Okay, I guess. Sure. You're a real grown-up, all right.
And since nobody was around, I lost all inhibition.
Sure, whatever. I still don't understand that. That's probably going to be one of it's got to be, right? One, it's lower. There's a curtain. How the fuck are you going to see all that? You had a pair of goggles or binoculars on you with you. That's pretty convenient. You weren't planning to spy on the right all along, were you?
Well, actually, I just happened to have them for bird watching.
Bird watching, huh? I see.
You're not going to keep pressing him on that?
He's sketchy as heck, but I don't really have anything I can really sink my teeth into yet.
Oh, okay then. I love the great outdoors. That is the kind of guy I am. A guy called Anonymous TBD.
Fair enough.
He's really starting to get on my nerves. As I looked through my binoculars, I couldn't believe what I saw unfolding before me.
Hold it! Did you really see what you did? No. Did you really see what you say you did? There you go.
Are you saying I'm lying about this?
Probably.
And no, I'm not. It's etched permanently in my old noggin. I have a perfect memory, don't you know?
I didn't do what you say you did.
I did. I didn't even get a chance to touch the dagger on the day of the rite. I wouldn't, what do you, I know that. All I know is what I saw. I never even seen you before in my life. What possible reason could I have to lie?
That's a good question. I didn't expect there to be any witnesses way up there. Mostly because it's probably bullshit. In fact, he's probably the murderer.
But I don't remember doing this at all.
I know. I have a feeling the witness is lying. There has to be an inconsistency somewhere in this testimony. Pretty sure it's the whole looking through binoculars. Should take a look at the court records. Okay. Like, it's that, right? How could you see that? Like, there's a literal curtain This little curtain. Okay, 1 second though. Yes, I'm still saving. And then, literal curtain.
Objection!
Your Majesty, I had my doubts about this bushy-bearded witness, but now I know I can't trust him. What? You're not just judging me solely on my bodacious beard, are you? I am. Not at all, Innes. It's much more than your sketchy appearance. It's your sketchy testimony. His testimony, you say? Yeah, recall how the inner sanctum was that day. Specifically, that it was completely enclosed by the ritual curtain. Why, yes, I believe you're right. The curtain would have completely blocked the witness's view from Mount Pawnee Pawnee. Therefore, he couldn't possibly have seen the murder happen. Waha! Mr. Amos, have you been knowingly making false statements to this court?
You got me.
The witness will lower his voice.
I didn't actually see the accused herself.
He didn't actually see the accused herself. What's that supposed to mean?
Let me set the record straight. I beg you.
We're doing this again? Okay. Is this new? Amended, okay.
I saw the shadowy silhouettes projected against the curtain, ritual curtain. The figures were created by the light of the full moon on that clear and still night.
Doesn't mention anything about a full moon or a half moon. Okay. Sure.
They were just a shadow, but I could tell it was the accused reverse gripping the dagger.
How? In what world would that even be acceptable testimony? Shadows. That's what you saw. Sounds like you're chasing them.
That's right. I could see what was going on by the shadows projected on the ritual curtain.
In the future, Mr. Amos, I would rather you offer up accurate testimony from the start.
Forgive me, my main man, Mr. Magistrate. I chalk it up to the fuzz memory.
Although he saw but shadows, it is still valuable testimony. You have to be kidding me. What are we gonna do now, Nick? I don't know, burn this place fucking down? I look for inconsistencies. Sure, was there a moon? I will cross-examine. And I'm assuming this is gonna go on into another testimony where he lies again.
Hold it!
So what you saw were simply shadows.
That's right. Those shadow figures on the bright white curtain. They showed through plain as day. I can see everything that happened.
But Ms. Fay and Abbot Immy were at the top of the mountain late that night. The only light up there was coming from 4 small lanterns. How could the shadows have been projected clearly into the curtain?
No wonder people hop on you, Lord. You're always so dang skeptical. The lanterns weren't the only source of light, you know? The figures were created by the light of the full moon on the clear and still night. She was just a shadow, but I could tell it was accused reverse gripping that dagger.
And he claims he only saw shadows.
His testimony's sketchy written all over it.
Oh, sorry, Ma. I put on my best impression of you.
Oh, that's all right, Nick. There must have been something somewhere.
Yeah. Is he really watching everything from Mount Pawnee Pawnee? If so, then I should see how his testimony lines up with the conditions of the rite. Oh, that was it already? Oh, there was only 3 of them. Okay. Sure. Right. So our shadowy silhouettes, that doesn't seem right. Figures created by the light of the full moon also doesn't seem right. She was just a shadow, I could tell. The accused reverse gripping the dagger. Oops, whatever, fine. Did I not press on that? I feel like I did. This is gonna have to come into play at some point, right? I don't know if it's here. Staying red. There's legitimately no way you saw anything from there. Even if you were telling the truth. Lantern. Oh, right. Full moon. Right. The moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pawnee Pawnee. I mean, if the moon was over summit, it wouldn't really cast much of a shadow, right? Like that. Like to see it through the curtains like that. Not to mention, like, that moon would, I mean, I guess if it's directly to the side, maybe with the light. No, with the lanterns, you wouldn't see shit. Yeah, you wouldn't see fucking shadows anywhere, actually. Yeah. I have fucking no idea. Though, what the fucking present here? Is it the ritual guide? On the second one?
Hold it!
What the fuck? Oh, can I not skip this? Did I not press on the second one? Oh my god. Did I black out? I might have blacked out. You claim to have seen shadowy figures that were projected on the ritual curtain, but did you really see them, Mr. Amos?
Of course I did. The bright moonlight projected them onto the curtain, clear as day. It was like watching a scene out of a horror movie from my front row seat at Mount Pawnee.
Guess the moon does shine a bit brighter when you're way up there. Mai, do you recall how bright the moon was that night?
I remember there weren't any clouds, and the moon was definitely out. I don't remember if I could cast any shadows.
Okay, thanks. We can't deny that the moon was really bright, which means that it's possible that it was bright enough to cause shadows to appear.
I remember just like it happened.
Hold it!
Did I not fucking press this one too? Holy shit, what happened? Did I stroke out or something when I was doing this? Hold it, hang on. No. How do you know it was Miss Faye if it was all shadow?
Hey, a little bun on top of her head. Didn't need to see her face. Distinctive Bob's a dead giveaway. Never underestimate my keen sense of observation. I'm pointing and laughing at you. Now that's a funny haircut. It's not nice to make fun of a girl's hairstyle. I like my hair this way. I'll fucking kill you like I killed the priest.
Maya!
Besides, you're the one that talks, Sasquatch. You're what, not into this wild manly look I'm sporting? Shows what you know, little girl.
No one's into that look.
Nick! Get my dagger! Is that kind of crime you can charge him with?
I'm afraid it doesn't work that way. Unless I'm a prosecutor in this country. Now he claims he only saw shadows. Okay, so we did all this.
Thumbs up!
Alright, so... It's gotta be the ritual guide here. How did I not press? I'm more mad about that.
Objection!
You saw silhouettes projected by the moonlight. Sorry, but that's just not possible.
What do you mean? How's it not possible that it was totally possible? That's impossible.
I think I'm gonna need a logic ease translation on that. Let's take a look at the Wright's guide, shall we, Mr. Amos? The rite is held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pawnee Pawnee. Oh, do. So the moon was shining from the west. Any shadows would have been cast eastward. But Mr. Immis was standing on the west, to the west of the inner sanctum on Mount Pani Pani. Oh, holy mother. That's right, our witness couldn't have seen any shadowy figures on that curtain. No way! Perhaps it was the sacred flames of the lantern that cast the shadows he saw. I'm afraid not. I inspected them during my investigation, but the flames were too small to cast the crisp, distinct figures Mr. Immis claims to have seen. But I did see those silhouettes, really! But how could he, Nick? Maybe he was someplace where they were visible? Wait, don't tell me. Your Majesty, if Mr. Immis really did see the shadows, it brings a brand new fact to light. And that would be... The brand new fact that comes to light if Mr. Immis really see the shadow is... He didn't see the murder, he was somewhere else. How about that? He wasn't where he claimed to be at the time of the murder. Do. Oh, and then where do you propose the witness was? Someplace where he could have seen the shadowy figures. Natural, you fucking idiot. Wait, you mean... None of the mountains east of the inner sanctum are close enough for a good view. That leaves only one place he could have clearly seen the shadows from. And where would that be? This is where Mr. Immis was at the time of the murder. The inner sanctum? I should really say before I choose these. Mr. Immis was at the inner sanctum, just outside the curtain on the east side. The only place in which he could have seen the shadowy figures. Ho-ha! Really? Wow, I didn't even think of that. But wasn't the inner sanctum off limits to all but the victim and the accused? Yeah, but that's never stopped anyone ever in any reality, fantasy or the real world. And the third party who was there, you mean? I get the feeling that that's a subject Prosecutor Shimati would rather not touch right now. Ah, you mean. That's right. This witness was at the scene of the crime, which means he is the mysterious third party we saw at the divination seance. He could be the one dressed as Lady Kira and killed the high priest. Go Higa! What?
Objection.
Overruled. No one but the two participants were allowed anywhere near the inner sanctum, and the only way up there are the stairs that start down at the Plaza of Devotion. So tell me, how do you propose the witness enter the sanctum? Oh, he must have... I haven't thought that far ahead. It's the parachute, right? Or the party streamers that are sewn together, that's clearly a parachute. The sanctum has sheer cliffs on... The sanctum has three sheer cliffs on three sides and a steep, towering rock face at the other. No one could have possibly made it there by climbing up the face of those cliffs. His Majesty speaks true. So to say Mr. Immis was at such an inaccessible location is but a bid to tarnish his credibility. What credibility, I might ask? Is that not right? Oh yeah! I wasn't at the inner sanctum, no sir, no how! At least I'm pretty sure I wasn't.
Hold it!
Then what about those silhouettes you claim to have seen? I'm starting to think I've been imagining things. What? This is insane. I knew we couldn't trust that lawyer. He's trying to frame the witness. Peace, I say. This isn't possible. Unless I can show he got to the inner sanctum, it just looks like I'm trying to slander Mr. Immis. With facts. Believe me, Nick. Rah, shiskaba! Fight, Phoenix Wright! Just look at the accused. Has she no shame? Cheerleading. What's your problem, lady? I'll fucking stab you! Ugh, she's got some nerve for a criminal. I bet this lawyer poisoned her mind. Please, Maya, you're only making it worse. Wait till them to get into an alley. Appreciate the vote of confidence, though, but it's probably best to keep it to yourself for now. I would advise the defense to think carefully before making any more sudden outbursts. Yeah, Your Honor, or Magistrate, whatever the fuck your name is. It wasn't bad guy before. I definitely am now. Now, Mr. Immis, I would like you to think back carefully before you testify next about where you were that night. Okay. I wasn't at the Inner Sanctum. I was never at the Inner Sanctum. Why are you sweating then, I tell you? That much I'm sure of, even with the fuzzy memory. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place. Boy, you lawyers sure are scary. I mean, you're right. I am pretty scary. I guess it might have been impossible for him to get to the Inner Sanctum like he claims, but... Now will you desist in trying to frame this innocent witness? No, because he's clearly not innocent. Have you seen him? He has clearly committed some crimes. Does he have a fucking dagger on his back? Excuse me, bailiff, judge, magistrate, prosecutor, man. Could we, I don't know, go see that dagger on the back of the witness there? It looked like a dagger. Is it one of those comb ones you just comb your hair with? Because he has so much fucking hair. Mr. Wright, is it not time to end these cross-examinations? No. A moment of desperation leads to 100 million years of torment. It means that each moment a sinner spends struggling to deny their sins, 100 million years of torment are added to their time in hell. Man, you guys are gonna be fucked then if you guys actually go to that place, because y'all a bunch of fucking hypocrites. Chronos is the strictest lures ever? Probably not. There's some really fucking strict ones out there. And just so you know, you've already accrued 200 million extra years. You don't actually have that power to claim that. You're just lying. You're making shit up.
Plus the 5 they started with.
Sure, what's another 200 million years, give or take? Well, it's a big deal to me. I can't keep saying that the witness was there at the Inner Sanctum if I can't prove it. Problem is, how am I gonna do that? Like, look, this thing is clearly a fucking parachute, right? So, you parachute it in. Alright, I wasn't at the Inner Sanctum cross-examination. We'll do that next time. Thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye.